The lasting impact of 9/11, a tragedy that shaped the American nation. 1. The attacks of September 11, 2001, took the lives of 2,996 people, leaving an unforgettable scar on the United States. 4 coordinated terrorist attacks unfolded that day, targeting the World Trade Center in New York City, the Pentagon in Virginia, and a field in Pennsylvania where United Airlines Flight 93 crashed. This unprecedented act of terrorism claimed the lives of civilians, first responders, and passengers, devastating families across the globe. The sheer scale and coordination of these attacks transformed it into one of the darkest days in American history. 2. The assault on the World Trade Center resulted in the deadliest foreign attack ever carried out on American soil. The iconic Twin Towers, symbols of economic strength and global influence, were reduced to rubble within hours of the impact. The tragic loss of life and destruction underscored vulnerabilities that many believed unimaginable in the heart of the U.S. The magnitude of this attack united Americans in grief and ignited a global war on terrorism. 3. Before the attacks, the Twin Towers were bustling hubs, housing up to 50,000 workers on any given day. The skyscrapers were home to hundreds of businesses from around the world, representing industries ranging from finance to technology. Visitors from across the globe toured the towers, marveling at their architectural grandeur and breathtaking views. On September 11, the vibrant workplace turned into a scene of unimaginable horror as chaos unfolded in a matter of moments. 4. Amid the devastation, 18 people were miraculously rescued alive from the rubble of the World Trade Center. These survivors were pulled from the debris during tireless search and rescue operations conducted by first responders and volunteers. Their survival stories brought rare glimmers of hope to a city engulfed in despair. The rescues also highlighted the resilience and determination of those who risked their lives to save others. 5. The aftermath of the attacks saw the removal of 1.4 million tons of debris and the recovery of 19,435 body parts. The cleanup and recovery process was one of the largest and most challenging operations in American history. Workers sifted through the rubble for months, often under harrowing conditions, to provide closure for grieving families. The painstaking effort was a testament to the nation's commitment to honoring the victims. Please subscribe. Click the thumbs up button to give us a like and leave a comment below the video. 6. Al-Qaeda initially considered targeting nuclear power plants, but decided against it, fearing uncontrollable consequences. The terrorist group ultimately chose to hijack commercial planes, recognizing the symbolic and psychological impact of striking landmarks. This decision reflected the calculated nature of their plans and their intent to maximize fear and destruction. The alternative targets considered by Al-Qaeda further emphasized the potential scale of their ambitions. 7. In an extraordinary effort, the New York Times published an article for every victim of 9/11. The Portraits of Grief series provided a deeply personal glimpse into the lives of those lost. From firefighters to office workers, each story painted a vivid picture of dreams, accomplishments, and loved ones left behind. This tribute humanized the tragedy, ensuring the victims were remembered as individuals rather than statistics. 8. Tanya Head, once celebrated as a prominent survivor, was later exposed as a fraud who had fabricated her story. Head claimed to have been in the South Tower during the attacks and became president of a victims support group. Her deception unraveled years later when it was revealed she was not even in New York on September 11th. The scandal shocked the public and highlighted the complexity of collective grief and healing. 9. After the tragedy, the Maasai tribe of Kenya gifted 14 of their most sacred cattle to the United States. For the Maasai, cattle are symbols of life and prosperity, making their gesture deeply meaningful. This act of solidarity transcended cultural and geographical boundaries, demonstrating the global impact of 9/11. The cattle were cared for on a ranch in the US, serving as a lasting symbol of kindness and connection. 10. A month before the attacks, President George W. Bush was briefed on a memo titled, "Bin Laden Determined to Strike in U.S." The document warned of potential hijackings and indicated that New York City might be a target. Despite the warning, the memo's specifics were insufficient to prevent the attacks, sparking debates about intelligence failures. This chilling prelude to the tragedy remains a haunting reminder of the challenges in anticipating terrorism. Please subscribe. Click the thumbs up button to give us a like and leave a comment below the video. 11. The destruction of the Twin Towers also obliterated $100 million worth of art, including works by Picasso. These masterpieces, housed in offices and public spaces, were lost forever amid the wreckage. The artistic loss added another dimension to the tragedy, erasing cultural treasures alongside human lives. Efforts to recover or memorialize the lost art have since become part of the broader narrative of 9/11's impact. 12. Actor James Woods reported suspicious activity on a flight in August 2001, involving 4 men later identified as hijackers. Despite his concerns, no immediate action was taken, and the men went on to carry out the attacks. This revelation became one of many instances highlighting missed opportunities to prevent the tragedy. Wood's account remains a chilling footnote in the events leading up to 9/11. 13. The CIA operated a secret office on the 25th floor of 7 World Trade Center, which collapsed hours after the towers. The building housed sensitive intelligence materials, much of which was destroyed in the collapse. The revelation of this covert operation underscored the broader implications of the attack beyond the visible destruction. The loss of the CIA office added a layer of complexity to the national security challenges posed by 9/11. 14. In 2002, New York City's comptroller estimated the economic impact of 9/11 at $30.5 billion. The financial losses included damage to infrastructure, business disruptions, and the long-term effects on the city's economy. Recovery required substantial investment in rebuilding and revitalization efforts, including the construction of the One World Trade Center. This financial toll reflected the far-reaching consequences of the attacks. 15. 2 F-16 pilots were prepared to carry out a suicide mission to stop United Airlines Flight 93. Without armed weaponry, they intended to crash their jets into the hijacked plane. In the end, the heroic passengers aboard Flight 93 thwarted the hijackers, sacrificing themselves to prevent further devastation. Their bravery became a symbol of ordinary Americans' extraordinary courage. 16. The collapse of the Twin Towers affected 6.5 hectares of surrounding buildings in Lower Manhattan. The destruction extended beyond the towers, damaging or demolishing nearby structures. The area underwent years of cleanup, planning, and redevelopment to restore its vibrancy. This transformation became a symbol of resilience and renewal for New York City. 17. The World Trade Center was previously targeted in a 1993 bombing that killed 6 people. This earlier attack involved a truck bomb detonated in the parking garage beneath the North Tower. Though less devastating than 9/11, it foreshadowed the growing threat of terrorism against the United States. The bombing was a grim precursor to the scale of destruction witnessed 8 years later. Please subscribe. Click the thumbs up button to give us a like and leave a comment below the video. 18. In 2006, Russia gifted a 9/11 memorial monument to the United States, erected in Bayonne, New Jersey. Titled The Tear of Grief, the monument features a large steel tear suspended within a fractured tower. The gift symbolized international solidarity and mourning for the lives lost. It remains a poignant reminder of the global unity inspired by the events of September 11th.
Thanks for watching. Please support our channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. New videos are uploaded regularly.